1x2 compositions. Point to be noted here, I'm talking about the composition applications, not the framework applications. Okay, you have drawn the framework, you should get ready with your frameworks before compositions. Okay, either 1x4, 1x2, or whatever you want. Okay, the framework is ready. Now I'm talking about the compositions. I'm doing right now the 1x2 compositions. For the first point, start from a flower. As the composition is going to be mirrored, so I'm drawing the one section, so I use semicircle in the middle and popping out the spiral from that. One mistake students usually do is they don't make the design harmonious. For example, they draw a big spiral in one place and the small bifurcating spirals in another place in 1x2 composition. So it would be considered wrong. The design is not harmonious. Okay, so there is no symmetry. There is no rhythm. So it would be considered wrong. Your design should be harmonious, and for that you need to draw symmetrical spirals. The spirals must be balanced. So draw a semicircle in middle and pop out. It's your choice. You can pop out it from top or you can take it from down. I have crossed, let's suppose, my framework. You can cross your framework, but it should be in continued manner. Definitely you're not going to draw the spiral going outside of your frame, but your spiral must be in continued manner, so you will have to draw it properly. I have bifurcated. One important point is, wherever is your folding point for replication, try to draw half of the circle so that you will get the perfect side of that flower on the other half. Try to add flowers. Don't keep your scrolls empty over there with leaves. Now I'm adding circles for flowers. You can use anywhere. If you have noticed, there is a bifurcating point in the lower half. I haven't added any flower here, as the three flowers would be in continuation, so it would look little overcrowded. Rather, adding a flower over there, I have added a leaf bifurcation over there. You have to follow the scroll movement. As you can see, I'm continuously rotating my paper as my spiral is moving. This is the single layer flower. You can add any round big flower in middle, or you can add any hatai flower. But if you want to make a little more complex design, you can add a layer in your framework. Like you can add two frames, a middle frame, and then you can do a separate scrolling in that, and then the outer frame you can do a different kinds of scroll in that. You can add this middle frame either decorated, you can add a simple circle, you can add simple square, or any geometrical shape. Even you can add geometrical rosette if you want to add in middle. It's totally your choice. I'm popping out the scrolling by taking the middle circle as a flower. As the space is narrow, so I'm unable to add the full scroll, so I will cross the framework. Okay, I'll cross the framework, but I'm not going to finalize that outside of the scroll. Okay, it will look that it's crossing and the frame and then vanishing and then re-enter your workspace. So I have put it a dotted line so that it will show the continuation. It's the scroll is again entering my flower and then again popping out. So it must be proper, okay, it must be symmetrical. So I have added small flowers. If you want to add, you can simply add. You can add foldings, you can add teeth in your leaves. Now I'm doubling my frame. You cannot add a thick frame in this second layer, okay? The thick frame must be in the outermost layer of your design. Okay, now let's start the scrolling of the outer section. As I have told you, take the semicircle on your halves where you're going to fold your paper and draw the symmetrical pattern on the other side, or mirror your sketchwork. Just taking this flower and then popping out my scroll work. As you can see, it's crossing the frame. I'm not going to draw inside work. Just draw this roughly and bifurcate it. If you have noticed, we always start from a flower. The spirals must be in opposite direction and must be balanced. And this, it starts from a flower, it ends in a flower. Okay. Now after drawing spirals, bifurcating, a third step is the placement of a flower. So I'm putting the circles or the ovals, whatever you want. You can add simply. So we have completed two types of patterns in 1x2 composition, that is the single layer and the double layer. Even if you want to add, you can add, if you have a big size art paper, you can add double layer, you can add triple layer, whatever you want you can do. You can play around just to remember the direction of the flowers and the leaves. It must be according to your spirals.